I'll be honest. No matter how much I try to keep my day-to-day balanced and slow-paced, life keeps happening, and I often fall out of my routine and feel rushed. For the longest time, I fought this and told myself I wouldn't let this happen again. I usually try to follow different routines to avoid distractions and manage my day better. And when that routine gets disturbed, I would too. But lately, I'm trying to come to terms with it. Life does not happen in a linear fashion, and expecting all days to be similarly paced is not exactly sensible. So, whenever life gets busy, whether it's work getting hectic or family and friends visiting, there are a few things I've started doing to slow down my pace and continue to feel content. Whenever it gets too busy or chaotic, I make sure to take a look at the internal and external factors influencing my days. Once I'm more aware of the situation, I'm able to navigate it better. One effective way to do this is journaling. If you're not into journaling, just ditch the term and do it as a mind dump. Over time, I found that this works great in relieving my heavy mind, and I feel light afterwards. I set aside some 10 to 15 minutes to write down all that's going on, anything that's bothering me, and things I can do to better organize my day. Believe it or not, as I start writing things down, ideas start flowing and I feel back in control. When things get overwhelming, it's important to plan your day mindfully. This includes saying no to things that may not be very important to take up at that moment. Be it an outing with friends, family get-togethers, or after-work parties. Take a rain check now and make up for it later when you can. Take that time to be by yourself, doing something you want to do, or maybe doing nothing at all. See that you're not trying to pour from an empty cup, because that's not going to satisfy either you or others. Ever found yourself zoning out when there's too much going on? I find myself doing this every time I have more work than I can handle. Once, a friend asked me, "Hey, why do you look so lost?" And I knew I had to find a way out. I rushed to the restroom and just sat there for a few minutes, trying to breathe and realign myself. And that was it. I started taking 5 or 10-minute breaks every time I felt I needed some time alone to recharge. It could be a bathroom break, a tea break, a quick nap, or just a walk outside. It's a short break, but definitely works. The only thing is that this break should be to spend that time alone. I often take my phone out and start mindlessly scrolling, but that doesn't give me the break I needed, doesn't relax my mind. Of course, you do you, whatever works for you in that moment. But take breaks. I can't stress enough on the importance of having a hobby. You might say, if life's so busy, where do you have the time to spend on a hobby? However, the opposite is true sometimes. Life keeps happening at its pace, and if we keep struggling each day without taking some time to enjoy or relax, it quickly leads to burnout. You see, slow living is not about doing nothing and just passing time slowly. It's about slowing down to realize what gives you joy and taking out the time for those things. Obviously, you won't find the time immediately. You'll have to carefully plan out the day and see where you can squeeze out some time. One easy way to start is by cutting down on screen time and investing that time in hobbies. The joy and satisfaction you get after doing this definitely makes up for a busy day. Continuing on the last point, I started waking up 30 minutes earlier than my usual time to get some extra time to spend on myself. Before you think this is not for you, let me tell you, it's easier than you think. Constantly being tired of rushing in the morning, I thought of giving it a try, starting with 15 minutes. And honestly, it didn't feel as difficult as it was in my head. Slowly, this extra time started feeling like such a breather, and I could then move on to 30 minutes easily. One thing to take care of is conveying this to the people you live with. This time should solely be for you, your health, your mind, and not for taking up those extra chores or unnecessary chit-chats. These are all the doable steps that I follow whenever life gets too busy. If you found any of the tips helpful, please hit that like button so that I know what videos you are enjoying. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.